Hello friends, I hope that you've been well. Before we get into the vlog, I just wanted to mention my online shop. I've got new prints, sticker sheets, keychains, and more. Plus, all of the Zodiac Portrait series are available as foiled limited edition prints, as well as the leftover Patreon rewards are on there. And lastly, I'm running a holiday sale for 20% off selected items. Shop is going to be linked in the description. No pressure, of course, but it's there if you want to. I had a number of you ask for more Artist Alley vlogs, and while I have done some in the past, I had never been to New York Comic Con. This was my first time going, and so I went ahead and tried to document the entire experience, not just the convention itself, but also the prep leading up to the convention and just giving my honest experience, all the ups and the downs of everything, as well as provide any advice or tips that I have accumulated over the years from doing multiple artist alleys. But as a disclaimer, typically I used to only do a couple of conventions a year. It was definitely not something that was my priority or that I did a lot of. So I am still learning as I go. So take everything with a grain of salt. Which, by the way, if you're wondering where you can get merch for your artist alley or small business, I highly recommend Vogue Grace. Full disclosure, they did gift me these items, but I have purchased from them before. I absolutely love these foiled prints. They turned out so beautiful. And Vogue Grace has a lot of products, not just prints. They also do the acrylic keychains. They have standees, washi tape, notebooks, apparel, tote bags, so many goodies. I highly recommend checking them out. It could be a very easy one-stop shop for you. And I absolutely love the look of these full bleed acrylic keychains. So if you're interested in making your own merch with Vogue Grace, or you're interested in purchasing from my online shop, I'll have both of those linked in the description down below. And when it comes to deciding on what to prioritize with merch and timelines, definitely pay attention to the production turnaround time when you are planning to order things for a specific convention. I find that prints generally have a quicker turnaround time, so that's why I like to do keychains or sticker designs first and then move to prints afterwards. And so here I'm working on a Huntrix print. I already had a Saja Boys print done for the previous convention I was at. And so, of course, I had to do our girls. And I decided to give them like a punk rock concept with them playing instruments, which I thought was a fun way to do a little spin on them, since I knew that there was going to be tons of Huntrix fan art. So I wanted to be able to do something a little bit different with them and also give them different designed outfits, but still be in line with their silhouette, color palette. And I do think it's a really big testament to their character designs, because I think that they're still pretty distinctive, even though I put them in different outfits. And getting these girlies done in time was definitely worth it, because they were probably my most popular print at New York Comic Con, I think. Hello friends, I am going to attempt to vlog my New York Comic Con experience and like setting up. I literally never do this. This is my first time actually doing a mock-up display setup beforehand, because I'm splitting the table with my friend Tall and Quirky. So we wouldn't want to, you know, make sure we maximize the space that we're given. And also I don't want to have to carry more than I need. I want to make sure I bring exactly the amount of stuff I want to minimize the weight. So this is what it's looking like so far. I just had my birthday party yesterday. So you can see me in the reflection. Hello. So my birthday balloons are still up. But yeah, so this is what the setup's looking like. So now I can see what I can bring, what I can display, and was debating on how many cubes I wanted tall for, you know, but I just double checked the email, and Comic-Con says that the maximum height on top of a table is 4 feet. So 4 cubes tall it is.
3 hours later.
Okay, I finally got this all set up. I think it's actually not too bad. I'm able to fit more than I expected. I have a couple of spots empty there because there's a couple of prints that I don't have on hand that will go there. Same with that's why I doubled up on those ones. But yeah, I haven't put up like my sign or like any signage at all. I figured I'll do that on the day. But yeah, I'm actually able to display way more than I thought I was going to be able to. And so now that I know what I can bring, yeah, I got really, really lucky that all of my like 5x7 prints had just enough slots. There's 20 slots in total, and I had 19 designs. So there's just like the one empty here. So that was super, super lucky. And then the sticker sheets, all the designs fit here as well. Yeah, hot tip that I have really enjoyed using with this type of display, these like plastic cubes, is magnets. I used to sleeve everything. Well, why am I getting a phone call? Okay, I'm back. The phone call was actually my friend. My phone calls are almost always spam, so that's why I sounded so annoyed, but it actually was my friend. She was just coordinating things with me about our flights to New York and everything, since we are coming from two different cities and we're going to be meeting in New York. But anyway, I am not the most organized when it comes to keeping track of all my stock. I know I should, but honestly, I just go by vibes. So I just grabbed a stack of each design of my stickers here. And yeah, I'm gonna basically just like pack what I need to pack for merch wise. Some stuff I'm having ordered in the US and then shipped directly to the hotel, but I am bringing some of the stock that I have on hand with me as well. And yeah, so I just have to make sure that, I'm not going over my weight or anything like that, and just focus on packing today. The following day, which was the day before I had to fly out for New York Comic Con, I spent absolutely struggling to create a catalog. This was something that my friend had suggested since we were splitting the table, and I heard that New York Comic Con is very busy and we were going to be packing so much merchandise into such a small amount of space. So we thought, wouldn't it be smart to have a printout that we could hand to people that were waiting to be able to see all of our merch more clearly and see the prices and everything. But my computer has been pretty long overdue for an update on parts or whatever, and so whenever I'm using Photoshop, it runs super, super slow. So it was an absolute nightmare working on this gigantic file. And then on top of that, I was having printing issues with the cartridges being clogged or something like that. And so I was troubleshooting with the printer as well. This printer is ancient, as it's all of my tech was just really fighting with me this day, and the stress levels were through the roof because I had purchased a concert ticket that was supposed to happen the week before, but then it got postponed to that evening. So the timing was just really, really tight with prepping for the convention and then having a late night after the concert, but then having to get up really, really early for my morning flight for New York. So I was crashing out. And the irony of all of this stress on this damn catalog was that on the very first day at New York Comic Con, somebody mistook it, I guess, for a printout that they could take with them. And so all the stress was pointless in the end. And for those of you who are wondering, I went to the P1 Harmony concert. I am a very casual fan, but I had an absolute great time.
You should say thank you. Thank you!
And so finally, we make our way from Toronto to New York. And normally, I like to take a Lyft or an Uber directly to the convention center from the airport or the train station so that I'm not carrying all of my merch back and forth from the hotel. But a Lyft/Uber was going to cost over $100 versus taking the subway, which was going to be about $12. So I did end up braving the transit with all of my merch, which is not ideal when you have 2 rolling suitcases and it's raining, but it ended up being worth it in the end because I saved so much money. Look at our bag, so cute. We made it successfully. Youngming, so cute. We made it. Oh my god. In my opinion, I think it's worth it to come the day before the convention starts to set up. So with New York Comic Con, it started on Thursday, so we arrived on Wednesday to set up. And this is just in case. For example, the person next to us, his flight got canceled or delayed or something like that. So he wasn't able to set up, I think, until the second day of the convention. And that's a whole day lost on sales. So if you can, it's worth it in my opinion. And another instance was Alicia's, some of her merch didn't come until the second day as well. So you just never know what is going to happen with those kinds of logistics. So it just takes a little bit of stress off if you give yourself that extra bit of wiggle room and time to account for any hiccups along the way. Okay, this is what it's looking like so far. Basically need to pick up my prints at the hotel that I had shipped, so some empty spots there. And then this is what Alicia's is looking like. The purple and the pink, pretty cute combo. So yeah, we were able to share the wall and just zip tie the shit out of the connectors so that the prints can be like flush to the wall. Okay, we made it to our hotel. We were unable to get a separate bed, so we're just gonna get real cozy. We are splitting this king. It is really, really small, which we knew going into it, but I will say it's got like basically like a full little kitchen, which I'm like surprised by. And hallelujah, most of the stuff that we ordered has come in. We haven't actually looked at it yet. We're like so exhausted, so we'll get there. But yeah, we're finally gonna get some food. Cute. Ooh, tacos, chicken, steak. Yeah, we were hoping for ATs, but it's still 0-1. We do love Ricky.
Hello, I am reporting finally from the official day one of New York Comic Con Thursday. It was kind of a crazy start just because we didn't get here until 9:30, I think, and just finishing setting up took way longer than we expected, which always happens. So we were like still kind of setting up when it actually opened. And so we were trying to like make sales while setting up and also like dealing with like all the craziness behind the table. But we're set up now and I'm like slowly organizing my stuff. And yeah, so far it's going well. Perfect. Thank you so much. And I'll give you a business card too. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good one. This is the full booth. Whoop. We're still figuring out this camera. This is the full booth. So here I have them all self-serve, as well as the stickers, and then voila! And this is Alicia's booth.
Trying to make things stick.
This is what my kind of organization situation is back here for the K-pop prints.
Okay.
Divide them by a set, basically, for now. So I can go through, and I reorder it by age order, just to make it a little bit more organized. And then my prints I have in these like accordion folders. Hello, okay, so it is 4:30 and it has been pretty busy. Going to the bathroom was super annoying. It took like half an hour because there's only 3 stalls. But that was like the general bathroom. I still need to find the like artist or like exhibitor bathroom, which I think I understand where it is now, so I'm gonna try that one next time. But anyway, I will say, thankfully, it has been pretty good for sales. I don't know how much I've made in cash just yet, but just based off of card sales, I have made more than I did at Thursday Fan Expo. So, looking pretty good so far.
Then after the convention day was over, we went over to what the email had described as a after party / pro mixer. Honestly, we just wanted to get some free food, so that we did. There was hot dogs, tacos, and some other food that we had missed out on. But yeah, we literally just went in, ate some snacks, and then got out of there.
This strip. So if you're a model
Hello,
here,
Giant
you just go all
Luffy.
the way down there until you hit
Wow.
the- Be on your left side.
It is day 2 of New York Comic Con. Counted up the money that I made yesterday, and holy crap, I made more money yesterday than I did on my best day at Fan Expo Toronto, which is wild because everyone says that Thursday is like the quietest day, or not quiet. Quiet is not the word, but like not the best day for conventions. I was not expecting that, so I'm feeling good, which is great. I mean, feeling good sales-wise. We are concerned we're gonna get sick just because it's just been a bit of a whirlwind, but we'll see. We're gonna load up on vitamin C, stay hydrated, and yeah, we're gonna eat breakfast, grab some food to go for the convention, and yeah, see you there.
We almost stepped on a rat. Oh my god, I was like trying to whip my phone out to start filming, and then Alicia screamed, and then I looked down and it was like a freshly dead rat, like belly up. He's gone. This condolences. Oh my god. Anyway, we're making our way now. Oh my god.
One eternity later.
Oh my god, okay, we are at the end of day 2 and it has been quite the day.
Yes.
So pretty sure I had my vlogging camera on me in like, I packed it in the tote bag. And then we got to the convention center and I was like, oh my god, I don't have it. And I was like, oh, I must have left it either at the cafe that we went to, because I had like taken some stuff out and put it on the counter to like rearrange our salads that I was putting back in there. And then we headed back, and then that was the only time I took it out, presumably. And then I ran back to the cafe and I was like, hey, like, did I leave, you know, I was here like 30 minutes ago. Did I leave a camera? And the guy working there was like, nope. And then I was originally going to come up and check the hotel, but I left my hotel key at the convention center, so I couldn't check until coming back right now at the end of the day. And I was like, okay, I totally must have just left the camera like in the hotel. It is not here. So I'm like not feeling great about that, because it was not a cheap camera, and it's like new. I like got it very recently. So anyway, fingers crossed, this is a whole saga. Anyway, but as far as I can tell, the sales seemed good. I haven't counted yet. Actually, maybe I should do that and then I'll update you. But anyway, this weekend has been crazy.
Do you want the cookie?
Do I want a cookie?
You want to see the cookies?
Cookies.
Some good
Yeah,
cookies.
we've been through it, so you know, we got ourselves a little treat, and we are gonna watch the newest AT's logbook and decompress for the evening. Morning! It is day 3 and it's the big day. Everyone is like, get ready, it's gonna be crazy. So we are bracing ourselves. We are ready. We're going to get breakfast, grab our lunch, pray that when we get there, Alicia's wallet is there with nothing stolen,
Yes!
and my camera just miraculously is there. And let's see, you know, let's make some more sales, make money, make purse. And hopefully we don't step on any dead rats on the way there. Anyway, see you there. Okay, today's breakfast, we are fueling up. Whoa, 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 I am serious about this.
Okay.
Oh my god, you guys, bless this cafe. They had my camera.
Manifestations.
And this matcha chai latte is actually quite good, so I'm pleased. The guy was so nice. He remembered us from yesterday. And whoever, I guess the customer who like saw my camera and actually like turned it in, bless you. I hope you have an amazing life.
Hope your bowl is cold on both sides forever.
Okay, so we are officially here at the convention. It is 10:50, and so far the K-pop girlies are turning out. That is the hot seller to start the day, which is very fun for us because then we get to fangirl with everyone about K-pop. So we're feeling good. Camera has been acquired. Wallet was not stolen. Everything was intact. So we're winning. We're winning. I'm feeling good. And the matcha drink, delish. The vibes. So far, the internet has still been working, so thank God for that. I wasn't able to use my coupon at the onigiri place, which was a little bit of a bummer. So we're pretty much just gonna like load up on chips using those coupons, I think. But we're gonna use them. So very key. Anyways, I will report back later.
Yeah.
so shook. This sweet girl gave this to me, like right off her bag. I don't understand why. I was like, when she came over earlier, I was like, oh, I like your RJ, it's so cute. And then she like bought something and then left and then came back and she was like, here, you can have it. I'm like, wait, why? And she was like, I don't want it anymore. I'm like, what? It's so sweet. That's so crazy. I feel so bad, but it's so sweet.
You should
I don't think you're able to see this video, but thank you so much. It's so adorable.
Woohoo! Okay, so end of Saturday. It's so hard to predict like what is going to sell and what isn't. So, like for example, this sunflower print and basically this row here at the top. Normally it does really well, and so I stocked accordingly because they sold really well at previous conventions, but they actually haven't really moved much at this one, despite the fact that my sales have been really good. It's just really interesting how certain things just change depending on the convention that you go to. So anyway, we are gonna go get dinner and then rest up for the very last day tomorrow.
Gotta work.
I got an extra matcha chai latte that was left over from Alicia's. So nice. I officially love this place. Obsessed. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, so it's 11:25, last day, Sunday. We are running on fumes at this point, so exhausted, but very, very happy to be here. And feeling a tiny bit anxious about packing up and heading to the airport immediately after the convention is finished, but just, feeling the good vibes from everybody. Everyone has been so nice, and yeah, I do think that for an interesting, perspective on, I don't know if it's like the booth setup or the demographic, different shopping habits or interests, but I found with this convention, my smaller stuff moved a lot more, like my small fan art prints, the small K-pop prints, and the sticker sheets, washi tape. Sticker sheets and washi tape is not something that typically moves quite that much in previous events, and I feel like if I'm comparing to Fan Expo, Toronto, I found that my bigger prints moved a lot more, especially like my original large prints, and that wasn't really the case here. But again, I don't know if that's due to setup. I have a smaller setup here, and I don't have like my big book where you can see them up close, versus my little fan art prints. I have them like self-serve at the front of the table, which normally I don't. Normally they're like up on the display. So I don't know. It's really interesting to just compare and see what sells and what doesn't at different conventions, or depending on how they're being displayed. But in any case, I feel like the sales have been record-breaking. Not feel, they are. They're record-breaking for me, so I'm really happy about that. So we'll see what the rest of the day looks like.
I didn't get the chance to film any more from the actual convention. It was just go, go, go to get to the airport on time. I took the train to the airport, and oh my God, there was warning about weather all day. And of course, that ended up leading to the most hellish experience trying to get back home. My 9 p.m. flight kept getting delayed due to weather, and then they finally boarded us around midnight, and then we were on the plane stuck in a queue waiting to take off. And then the plane turned around because the pilots were done for the day and we had a canceled flight. And I was absolutely exhausted. And the next flight that was available out of there was 7 a.m. at a different airport at LaGuardia. I was originally at JFK. So this is me at like 3 or 4 in the morning, I think, waiting to go through customs. And needless to say, I felt like an absolute crusted zombie. Like I had been rained on getting to the airport, and then I still had my makeup on from the morning of the convention day, and all of my toiletries was in my checked-in luggage, which I didn't have on me. And so a trip that was supposed to be, you know, about 4 hours going from New York to Toronto, it's only like a 2-hour flight. It ended up being like a 14-hour trek because of all the cancellations and flight issues and stuff. But thankfully, I did finally make it home in one piece. And as a treat to myself for not having a mental breakdown in public, I went to the Spare Time Gashapon store in Union Station on my way back from the airport, and I got a cute little Hamtaro keychain. I ended up getting this little guy, I forget his name, Panda. And then I also spun a Inuyasha one as a gift for my friend. I was hoping for literally any of them except for Kikyo, and of course I got Kikyo, but she still ended up being okay with it. And so in conclusion, despite everything that sort of occurred throughout the weekend and the exhaustion, the stress, all of that, we absolutely had an amazing time, and I absolutely would love to do New York Comic Con again. I will be applying for next year for sure. And to put things into perspective, my best show is typically Fan Expo Toronto, and I basically made double that at New York Comic Con, which is completely insane to me. So I'm completely blown away. Thank you so much to everyone who came by the table, who purchased from us. Like, I cannot thank you enough. All of the trials and tribulations were worth it in the end. So if you have been debating on applying as an artist, I definitely recommend it. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this vlog. I know it was chaotic. I really apologize for the audio, vlogging, and doing a convention using a new camera that I'm not used to. Just a lot of factors, but I did my best. And for those of you who weren't able to catch me here and would like to purchase from me, as a reminder, you can check out my online store, which has the sale going on till December 7th. And yeah, I really appreciate everyone watching and just interacting with my content. And thank you for making it to the end of the video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.